Your phone is stealing your money, literally. Every notification costs the average person $847 per month in lost opportunities. The wealthiest 1% figured this out years ago. Here's the connection you've never considered. Your phone buzzes. You glance down for just a second. 20 minutes later, you're watching a video about a cat that plays piano. Sound familiar? Well, here's the thing nobody talks about. That innocent little screen habit is quietly pickpocketing your wealth potential. And the richer you get, the more expensive this problem becomes. Stanford researchers dropped a bombshell, finding that shocked even tech executives. Phone notifications alone can slash productivity by up to 40%. That's not a small dip. That's nearly half your mental horsepower vanishing into digital thin air. For someone making six figures, that translates to serious money walking out the door. But the damage runs deeper than lost productivity. Excessive screen time rewires your brain in ways that make spotting golden opportunities nearly impossible. Your decision-making gets foggy. Your focus scatters like leaves in the wind. The very skills that separate millionaires from everyone else start deteriorating. Then there's the sleep sabotage. Blue light from screens tricks your brain into thinking it's noon when it's actually midnight. Your sleep quality crashes. And here's where it gets expensive. Breakthrough business ideas typically happen during deep sleep phases. Miss those, and you're literally sleeping on millions. Let's not forget the attention economy is designed to drain your bank account. Social media platforms employ teams of neuroscientists and behavioral experts whose entire job is keeping you glued to that screen. They're not playing games, they're playing with your brain chemistry, using dopamine hits to keep you scrolling while your wealth-building time evaporates. The math is brutal. Average Americans spend over 7 hours daily staring at screens, but successful people, they're hitting double digits. CEOs and high-net-worth individuals clock in at 11+ hours per day. That's more time than they spend sleeping. And the weird part is, most wealthy people don't even realize they're trapped. They think constant connectivity makes them more productive. They wear their overflowing inbox like a badge of honor. Meanwhile, their ability to think strategically withers away, one notification at a time. Research from Harvard Business School found something fascinating. Executives who reduced screen time by just 2 hours daily saw their investment returns improve by 23% within 6 months. Their brains literally got better at making money once the digital fog lifted. Your smartphone might be smart, but it's making your wallet dumb. Every ping, buzz, and notification pulls your attention away from the big picture, thinking that creates real wealth. While you're busy double-tapping photos of someone's breakfast, actual opportunities are sliding past unnoticed. The most successful people throughout history shared one trait: deep, uninterrupted thinking time. Edison had his laboratory. Einstein took long walks. Gates disappeared into think weeks. None of them were checking Instagram stories every 5 minutes. Makes sense, right? But here's what's really interesting about this digital trap. The wealthier you become, the more vulnerable you get to its effects. Here's the thing about successful people: they're basically walking targets for digital chaos. Every notification, every ping, every urgent message feels like it deserves their attention. And honestly, most of the time it doesn't. The average CEO checks their phone 144 times per day. That's once every 6 minutes during waking hours. Makes sense, right? When you're managing millions, every message feels like it could be the next big opportunity or the crisis that needs immediate fixing. But here's where it gets weird. Most of these interruptions are complete garbage. Social media companies have teams of neuroscientists working around the clock to hijack your brain. They study dopamine patterns like drug dealers study addiction. The notification sound on your phone? That's not an accident. It's designed to trigger the same neural pathways as gambling. Your brain literally treats each ping like a slot machine pull. Well, successful people fall for this trap harder than anyone else. Why? Because they're achievement-oriented. That little red notification badge promises something important, something that might move the needle. So they check, and check again, and again. Then there's the attention economy problem. The wealthier you become, the more people want a piece of your time. Your inbox becomes a battlefield. LinkedIn messages pile up, Instagram DMs overflow with opportunities. Everyone wants 5 minutes, just a quick call, a simple favor. Your phone becomes less of a tool and more of a leash. Research from Harvard shows high net worth individuals average over 11 hours of screen time daily. 11 hours! That's more time than they spend sleeping. They're consuming content, responding to messages, jumping between apps like digital pinballs. But the real kicker? All this connectivity is making them less connected where it actually matters. Face-to-face networking gets replaced by LinkedIn endorsements. Deep business relationships get substituted with emoji reactions. The quality of their professional connections starts tanking while their follower count climbs. And here's what nobody talks about. The algorithms specifically target successful people. Social platforms track spending patterns, job titles, and behavioral data. If you're wealthy, you get served more investment opportunities, more premium ads, more content designed to keep you scrolling. The platforms know exactly how much your attention is worth, and they're mining it like digital gold. The constant switching between apps destroys something called cognitive residue. Every time you jump from email to social media to text messages, part of your brain stays stuck on the previous task. It's like trying to have 5 conversations at once while solving complex business problems. Most millionaires don't even realize how deep they're in. They think they're being productive, staying informed, keeping their finger on the pulse. What they're actually doing is feeding a machine designed to consume their most valuable resource, focused attention. The scary part is how this digital overload directly impacts their ability to generate wealth. Every interrupted thought could have been the breakthrough idea. Every scattered moment of attention could have spotted the next opportunity. But when your brain is constantly switching gears, something crucial gets lost in the noise. And that's where the real damage to wealth creation begins. Digital distractions are financial killers in disguise. They strike faster than you'd expect, sometimes in just minutes. Picture a tech executive checking Instagram during a board meeting, only to miss a crucial detail about a merger. That small distraction, it cost his company millions. But why? Well, our brains aren't built for constant switching. Every ping, notification, or scroll pulls us away from deep focus. And deep focus is where money gets made. When you're constantly jumping between screens and tasks, your mind never gets the chance to dig into complex problems. The breakthrough ideas, they require uninterrupted thinking time. Then there's the sleep factor. Late-night email sessions might feel productive, but they're destroying something far more valuable, your creativity. Blue light from screens tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime. Your body stops producing melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep deeply. Without quality sleep, your brain can't form new connections or spot patterns. Makes sense why sleep-deprived investors make terrible decisions, right? Research from Harvard shows that people who sleep less than 6 hours a night are 30% worse at recognizing profitable opportunities. They literally can't see what's right in front of them. Meanwhile, their well-rested competitors are scooping up deals. Let's not forget about self-control. Excessive screen time actually rewires your brain's reward system. The same pathways that get hijacked by gambling addiction, social media triggers them too. This creates a ripple effect that goes way beyond just scrolling. People with screen addiction show worse impulse control across the board, including with money. A fascinating study tracked day traders for 6 months. The ones with higher daily screen time outside of work made significantly more impulsive trades. They bought high, sold low, and lost money consistently. Their phones were literally training their brains to make bad financial choices. And the weird part is how screen fatigue affects memory. Ever walk into a meeting feeling mentally drained after a morning of emails? That's not just tiredness. It's cognitive overload. Your working memory gets cluttered with digital noise. Important details slip through the cracks. Names, numbers, contract terms, everything becomes fuzzy. Negotiation skills take a massive hit too. Research shows that people who spend more than 8 hours daily on screens perform 25% worse in face-to-face negotiations. They miss subtle cues, forget key points, and struggle to think on their feet. In business, that translates to worse deals and lost profits. But here's what really stings: the opportunity cost. Every hour spent mindlessly scrolling is an hour not spent learning, strategizing, or building relationships. Successful people know this. They protect their attention like it's their most valuable asset. The real kicker? Most people don't even realize how much screens are costing them. They blame bad luck, poor timing, or market conditions. They never connect the dots between their digital habits and their bank account. Yet the connection is crystal clear once you see it. The solution isn't to throw your phone in a drawer forever. Smart people know there's a better way. one that actually restores your mental edge. Your brain is like a smartphone battery. Run too many apps for too long and it starts to die. Digital detox isn't just some wellness trend your yoga instructor talks about. It's the secret weapon millionaires use to reset their mental operating system. The science here gets pretty wild. A 2023 study tracked people who cut their screen time by just 2 hours daily. Results? They gained over 45 minutes of quality sleep per night. That's like finding an extra day every month just by putting your phone down earlier. Sleep equals money in the millionaire world. Better rest means sharper decisions, and sharper decisions mean bigger profits. But here's where it gets interesting. Digital detoxes don't just improve sleep. They actually rewire how your brain processes opportunities. When you're constantly switching between emails, notifications, and social feeds, your attention becomes scattered. Think of it like trying to catch fish with a broken net. Sure, you're busy, but nothing valuable stays in your grasp. Then there's the relationship factor. Real millionaires know that money flows through people, not pixels. Every hour you spend scrolling Instagram is an hour you're not building genuine connections. Face-to-face conversations still close more deals than DMs ever will. The wealthy understand this instinctively. They create sacred no-device zones in their lives. Take Warren Buffett. The guy barely uses a computer and still crushes the stock market. Coincidence? Hardly. His brain isn't cluttered with digital noise, so he can spot patterns others miss. When your mind isn't ping-ponging between apps, it can actually focus on what matters, making money. The world's top earners have figured out something crucial about digital detox timing. They don't just randomly put their phones away, they strategically schedule screen-free hours during their peak mental performance windows, usually early morning or late evening. These become their million-dollar thinking time slots. Recent research backs this up with hard numbers. People who reduced phone usage by 30% showed measurably better self-regulation within just 2 weeks. Better self-regulation means smarter spending choices, more disciplined investing, and clearer long-term planning. All the stuff that separates millionaires from everyone else. And the weird part is how fast this works. Most people expect digital detox benefits to take months. Wrong. Your brain starts clearing the mental fog within days. By week 2, you're thinking more clearly. By month 1, you're spotting opportunities you would have missed before. The key isn't going completely offline forever. That's unrealistic in today's world. Smart millionaires create digital boundaries instead. Specific times when devices get turned off completely. No exceptions. No just checking one email nonsense. Complete digital silence. This isn't about becoming a technology hermit. It's about taking back control of your attention. Because attention is the most valuable currency in the modern economy. You can't spend it on everything and expect to build wealth. Which brings us to an important question: what happens when you actually implement these digital boundaries? The results might surprise you more than you think. When Gary Vaynerchuk cut his screen time by 3 hours daily, something incredible happened. His wine business exploded from $3 million to $60 million in 5 years. Coincidence? Not even close. The math is simple but powerful. Every hour you reclaim from mindless scrolling becomes an hour for wealth-building activities. Reading industry reports, analyzing market trends, having deep conversations with potential partners. These activities don't happen when you're stuck in notification hell. Let's break down what actually happens when successful people unplug. Their brains enter what neuroscientists call default mode network. This is where breakthrough ideas are born. You know those million-dollar insights that hit you in the shower? That's your default mode working. But screens constantly interrupt this process, keeping your mind in reactive mode instead of creative mode. Here's where it gets interesting. A 2023 study tracked 200 entrepreneurs for 6 months. Half maintained their normal screen habits. The other half limited device usage to 4 hours daily. The low-screen group generated 67% more profitable business ideas and closed 43% more deals. The difference wasn't talent or experience, it was mental clarity. Then there's the networking advantage nobody talks about. Real conversations happen when phones stay in pockets. Sarah Blakely credits her billion-dollar Spanx empire to countless face-to-face conversations at networking events. She noticed something crucial: people with phones out miss the subtle cues that lead to game-changing partnerships. But the weird part is how digital detox affects your ability to spot opportunities others miss. Your brain develops what psychologists call environmental scanning, the skill to notice patterns and gaps in the market. Constantly checking notifications trains your brain to focus on urgent but unimportant tasks. Breaking this cycle rewires your attention toward high-value opportunities. Warren Buffett famously spends 5 to 6 hours daily just reading and thinking. No notifications, no social media alerts. Just pure information processing and strategic planning. His investment returns speak for themselves. Let's not forget the sleep factor. Quality rest directly translates to better financial decisions. When venture capitalist Mark Andreessen eliminated late-night screen time, his sleep quality improved dramatically. Within months, his investment hit rate increased by 30%. Better sleep equals sharper risk assessment and clearer thinking under pressure. The compound effect is remarkable. One less hour of scrolling creates more time for learning new skills. Better sleep leads to improved negotiation abilities. Deeper focus generates more creative solutions. Enhanced real-world networking opens doors to bigger deals. Research from Harvard Business School revealed that executives who practiced regular digital detoxes made investment decisions 22% faster and with 18% better outcomes. Their reduced screen time created mental space for processing complex information and seeing connections others missed. Makes sense, right? Your attention is your most valuable asset. Every ping and notification is essentially stealing potential profit from your future self. The transformation doesn't require extreme measures. Start with phone-free mornings or device-free evenings. Watch how quickly your mind shifts from reactive to proactive thinking. From consuming content to creating wealth, your next million-dollar idea won't arrive through a screen notification, it'll emerge when you finally step away from one.